Hi everybody, it's Sonja Stolzenberg from sunny San Diego. Today with a quick thought about the recession, if we're going to have one, and of course a market update. So let's dive right into it. You might be thinking that you want to wait for a recession before you make a move, either to buy or sell, but you want to think again. The mortgage rates usually fall during a recession, which of course is fantastic news. In today's market, we could really use a 1 or 2% rate drop, but that also means the buyer pool is going to increase, way more competition, which usually means the prices are going to go up. A recession usually does not mean the prices are coming down. You can see out of the last 5 recessions, we only had 2 times that the prices came down. Of course, our big recession in 2008, but the conditions were very, very different than they are now. Bottom line, prices tend to stay on whatever path they are already on. Prices are still holding steady or rising in most metros, and specifically in San Diego. Big drops are most likely not happening, so don't wait for the market that may never come. I don't know if anybody who ever said, I wish I didn't buy 5 years ago. Maybe prior to the last recession, but even those people, if they held on the property, they made a lot of equity and they still are better off than if you didn't buy. So let's dive into our San Diego market. For detached homes, the median sales price did fall by 3% last month. We are now at $1,075,000 for the median sales price in all of San Diego County for detached homes. However, since the beginning of the year, we are up 7%. New listings, we received 2,101 new listings in the month of June, which is down 10% compared to the previous month, but it doubled since the beginning of the year. Looking at total active listings, which means the listings that hit the market plus what is left over from the previous months, we had 3,012 homes. That's up 2% since May and up 68% since the beginning of the year. You might hear a lot of negative news about our inventory increasing in San Diego and how it's up since the last couple of months. Well, yes, it is up. However, if you look at the history of the last 10 years, it is up, absolutely. However, compared to 10 years ago, we are quite a bit down. This is for all active properties, so attached, detached, everything. We have almost 4,000 properties for sale in San Diego County of 3.2 million people. Here's what I really see when I really look at inventory. Let's say we're looking for a detached house in Claremont. There are a total of 60 homes for sale, which sounds a lot. But now let's look at the different price points. Under 1 million, well, we have 6 homes. 1 million to 1.2 million, we have 13 homes. 1.2 to 1.4, 14 homes. 1.4 to 1.6, 5 homes, and above 1.6 million, 22 homes. But now even let's look at one specific price range. Let's say we're looking at 1.2 to 1.4 million, 14 homes. 9 of them are 3-bedroom homes. 4 are 4-bedroom and 1 is a 5-bedroom house. So let's say you're looking at a 4-bedroom house, we only have 4 options. 1 of them is not remodeled. 2 have pools that are remodeled and 1 is remodeled without a pool. So if you don't want a pool and you want an upgraded home, you now have 1 house. You can see why our home prices don't really decline because our inventory is so small. And then also 92117, Claremont, the zip code, is pretty big area. So some properties might not be in the specific area you're looking for, or they're on a big, bigger street next to a school, like all kinds of other things. So our inventory remains pretty small once you really dive down into a specific neighborhood or into a specific search for a client. As always, I hope this information was very helpful, and I would love to hear from you. Give me some feedback and ask me any questions. Talk to you soon.